Okay, this morning is the final 49ers practice before they jet down to Las Vegas to practice with the Raiders and then play the Raiders in a game on Saturday. They're not going to cancel this one like they did last year against the Saints. Despite the injury rash, 49ers feel that they need the work for a lot of their younger players. And no, Gabe Davis, Amari Cooper, signings like that are unlikely for the 49ers unless they can get them at a very advantageous price. And it's not because the 49ers are cheap. They've actually spent the third most cash of any team, even in their restrained year this offseason. It is because the 49ers are up against the salary cap, not necessarily this season, but in future seasons. And every single year is connected. You carry over unused salary cap space from season to season. So this year they've got about $45 million, but they did that by design because the bonuses aren't going to hit until 2026 and beyond. All the A-list contracts the 49ers spent on this year are staggered in that structure. You've got the signing bonus that prorates over the course of several seasons. So they've got to make sure that the sink doesn't overflow in future years. That means that you've got to make sure that the spending stays at a reasonable limit this year, and they're close to the limit, which is why they're driving such a hard bargain with Jauan Jennings, why somebody like Gabe Davis has visited but hasn't signed yet because he's got his price, and somebody like Amari Cooper hasn't visited. We know that the 49ers might be interested in him, but he also has his price. So 49ers have to make this work. The good news is that Jacob Cowing is coming back to practice today. So they've been losing a lot in that receiver room, most recently with Jordan Watkins. I find it ironic that Watkins and Cowing have not been on the field at the same time because remember, Cowing hurt his hamstring right before the start of practice. It was during warm-ups in practice number 1, and now Jordan Watkins is hurt with the high ankle sprain. So just a tough break for the 49ers in a string of them at that wide receiver room. Focus is going to continue to be on Ricky Pearsall, who has been awesome for San Francisco so far. And you know who else has a lot of focus on him is Brock Purdy. The best quarterbacks find a way to strain through and maintain a productive offense even when the weapons around them are limited, we'll put it that way. They can't be non-existent, but right now it's limited for the 49ers. He's still got Kittle. He still has Christian McCaffrey. Brock Purdy was able to do this last year. He was still number 7 in QBR. The 49ers just had a terrible defense. If they can play competent defense, they can get this up in the top 20s in defense, like above number 20 defensively, as opposed to wherever they were to end last season, number 29. If they can do that, and Brock Purdy can do his thing, can continue playing at a top 10 level, even if they're a little short on the offensive end, on the receiving end, they could still squeak out some wins to stay afloat early in the season. And we're still almost a month away from week 1. So we don't know exactly where the 49ers are going to be as far as health goes week 1. Jauan Jennings is obviously a big part of that puzzle. Anyway, it's a long journey, and I'm here to tell you that the 49ers are looking for cost efficiency at the receiver position, as they have to. It's just the nature of the league. A lot of people complaining about this, but in the NFL, the salary cap ends up being king, and the 49ers are still spending a lot of money. They just need to have some better health outcomes to better position themselves for the regular season. See you at practice.